Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying out a different format, as you can tell. If you like it, please drop a comment below. It will make my life a little bit quicker and easier to create these videos for you, because at the moment my capacity is very constricted, unfortunately. I still want to keep doing this, so I'm hoping you like this. So first off, this is a recent tournament from the Toronto Athletic Club, which is close to my home, and we have Zaman playing Tsukue. Forgive me, I'm going to mess that pronunciation up. I really enjoyed this rally for several reasons, and I'm going to break down the details for you. So let's kick it off here. So we have the two guys, looking to establish their length. Zaman's going in short. Now, even if we just begin with this first piece here, and I'm going to slow things down and just break things down in detail for you as we go. So Zaman is a very attacking player. So for all of you attacking players out there, as soon as there's an angle, he's putting that cut on the ball, and look how high that drop is. So a lot of people think that the drop needs to be perfect. This drop is actually hitting the front wall like the height of the tin. So 17 inches up, foot and a bit, almost a foot and a half. So there's a lot of space. There's a lot of margin for error in this case on Zaman's side. But because of the way he hits that ball, notice how it angles into the side wall. So as his opponent is going to hit it, this ball is, you can even see the shadow of the ball right there. This ball is on the sidewall, limiting his options. This allows Zaman to poach over a little bit on the left side of the court, because other than our beloved Ali Farag, very few people can hit a nice cross court from that position. So here you see his opponent look to lift straight, which creates the opening. He gets enough height to get back in the rally. And that one there, given how much Zaman attacks, notice right there, there's a hold in the swing, and you see how he pops off the ball, and his right leg kind of straightens up with a little bit of that pop, as does his back. What he's doing is he's showing the straight drop, and then he's punching that drive through the court. And you can see that through his opponent's movement on the tee. So if you look at his opponent, he starts to move forward for the drop, and then he has to adjust for the drive. So now the guys are again back in the rally over here. It's a good width to get back, good defense, immediate attack. Tsukue is defending well to try to take Zaman's attack away. And here you see the exact same shot. So now when you're watching squash, when you're observing your opponents, players have certain tendencies, and they like to hit balls from certain positions. We can see now within the same rally, within the span of 22 seconds in this rally, second opportunity, and Zaman's gone for the same shot again. This time, his opponent has a space and an angle to hit cross, hence, and the ball is in front of him, so he goes for that cross-court lob, creating time for himself. Not quite tight enough, so Zaman stays on the attack. That's a nice squeezing drive with good defense to neutralize. Another good neutralizing shot. Good squeeze, and here Tsukue with his own little hold and drop. So as he comes here, he's setting up for that drop, and then right there is the punch through. So he just extends that follow through, and you can see Zaman's movement going through. Now let me show you a real subtlety of this, okay? So watch Tsukue's grip over here. So when you see his grip, you'll see that his right thumb is in the traditional position, but notice the shift right there. His thumb goes higher up and on the back of the racket, a little bit like a backstop. So we call this the thumb grip. And he does that so that when he's setting up for this drop, his thumb is on the back of the racket head over here, and it allows him to push forward, hence the deception and the drive. So it's a little subtlety that I wanted to show you guys. Top players are doing this all the time, and if I recall correctly, that was another subtlety right there. So this, in my opinion, is a very, very interesting position to try to hit an attacking boast. Watch Zaman's thumb over here. His thumb is high up. It's on the back of the racket like a backstop. And then using that backstop right there, you see that thumb right there? Using that backstop, he's able to hit that ball into the sidewall and generate that absurd angle to almost give him the 3-wall nick. Now from that position, given how extended Tsukue is and the ball is in front of him, the most likely option is a cross-court lob. And obviously, if you want to know the whys and the hows and how to counter this and how to set these up, send me an email at ahad@arperformance.com. This is the sort of nuance that I love teaching people. So here we see the cross come, but Tsukue does extremely well to get the correct width, which forces Zaman back a little bit. Now, Zaman does well to adapt, so he goes in for his favorite shot once again, and there is the winner. So this, again, going into his favorite shot, we can talk about the details of this, but notice how his swing, he's really cutting sideways around the ball, and his racket goes almost into the midcourt. There's a forward line, but it goes into the midcourt. That puts that cut and that softness. Look where that racket's follow through is extending. Now, I'm not advising that you do this because this is a very advanced skill, but the point is that there are many different ways to hit shots, and depending on your skill level, your preferences, your feel of the racket, all of these things differ. Now, this one, he gets, again, it's lower on the front wall, but still not 2 inches above the tin, the way most people try to hit these finesse perfect drops. But it's the angle into the side wall. And this time, Tsukue's quite extended. He's not able to decelerate effectively because he's recovering from the first shot. His momentum is going backwards, as we see there. And then he has to make a hard movement to cover this ball. Off balance, only option is a straight lift. I like that he tries to straight lob, or maybe defensive drop. He's going more for the lob. A defensive drop would have been a good shot here. And then he's in the way when the ball's coming. You could argue that maybe he cleared well enough for Zaman to hit that. That's besides the point. The idea here is that there are many details going on. I wanted to show you a few of the details that are taking place in all of these matches. And again, if you want more of these videos, please drop a comment below, share feedback on this format. And if you want to learn how to do some of these things or learn which of these things are appropriate to your game, given your skill level, or what are the skills that you need to develop to take your game to the next level, send me an email at ahad@arperformance.com, and let's see if there's a way to work together. Take care. Talk soon. Bye.